Thanks so much for watching Pack and Peek. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Vasque Breeze III GTX hiking boots. Vasque recommends these boots for day hiking, extended overnight trips, and hiking mixed trail conditions. I'm going to give you guys some stats, go over what I like and don't like about the boots, and then I'll show you them inside and out. And then near the end of the video, I'll give you guys a really good waterproof test of these boots. All right, let's get started. So I'll give you guys some stats and benefits listed right on the Vasque website here. These boots come in at 2 pounds and 10 ounces. They're built on Vasque's Arc Tempo Plus technology. The upper is a combination of 2mm waterproof nubuck leather and air mesh. The footbed is a dual density EVA. The midsole is a combination of TPU shank and all-terrain compound midsole with EVA cushioning pods. And the outsole features Vasque's exclusive Vibram contact grip with Mega Grip compound. Some of the benefits they list are that Mega Grip compound, all-weather waterproof protection, highly breathable upper for comfort even in arid climates, out-of-the-box comfort, toe and heel ventilation ports, and Gore-Tex with extended comfort technology. Overall, I think the Breeze III GTX is a great boot, but there are some things that could use some work. I'm going to start off with 3 things that aren't my favorite, and then I'll give you guys a few things that I really like about these boots. So 2 of my cons actually have to do with the sole of these boots. If you watch my last video, you know I like to take longer day hikes, and up here in the Northeast, a lot of these trails can really be covered in boulders and loose rock, to where for extended periods of time you're not really walking on any flat ground and you may be hopping from boulder to boulder. So you're going to want a boot that has a sole where individual points of that sole can handle all of the weight from your pack and the pressure from just gravity behind you coming down the mountain. And I found that after 10 to 12 miles in these boots, they can get pretty uncomfortable, and I'm feeling little sharp pains when I'm hitting the edges on these rocks, you know, coming down the mountain and things like that. So that could probably be fixed with a new insole. I'm reviewing these bare bones and haven't tried anything new. I may try something out and I'll let you guys know. So that's number 1. Number 2, with these boots on the bottom, they can get pretty slick when you are trying to hike up wet rocks. Now, before these, I used some Timberland Chikoras, and they had great grip on wet rocks, and I kind of got used to those. So when I first tried these out and was hiking on some wet rocks, I had some issues with slipping and kind of had to regain my balance and get used to these a little more. So they're not horrible, but they can definitely get a little bit slick, especially on the toe area of the boot when it's wet. So number 3 on my list of cons is that these boots loosen up really quickly when you're hiking over rougher terrain. Like I said, a lot of the trails up here can be covered in loose rock, and I find that after just a couple miles, a lot of the times I'm having to retie these boots and tighten them up, and it's not too much of an inconvenience. I'm usually stopping to drink water or eat a snack or something like that and can retie them at that point. But one of the main reasons that I buy boots like this over an ultralight option is for the ankle support. And when they're tightened up, they're nice and snug and comfortable around the ankle, but they do loosen up really quickly. So if you're someone who really requires something with great ankle support, that is something to be wary of. So the first thing that I really like about these boots is the build quality. The craftsmanship and the stitching and overall design, the molded toe and heel, and the top of the line materials that Vasque uses result in a really durable boot that I'm positive I'm going to get a lot of wear out of. Now, I'm someone who doesn't always pick up my feet as much as I should out on the trail, and with some older boots I've had issues with the sole of the boot disconnecting from the rest of the boot at the toe area just due to stumping my toes on rocks and logs and things like that. I haven't had that issue with these. I've put these things through streams, mud, sharp loose rocks, over boulders and down trees, and I've taken them on longer day hikes over 30 miles. I've been caught in a downpour with these as well, and they really haven't shown any signs of wear up to this point. So while they may not be the most comfortable for all of my long distance situations, I know that I can count on these boots to finish whatever adventure that I take them on. Now, I would recommend a heavier weight sock with these boots. While they do fit true to size, a thinner sock can feel a bit more slippy against the Gore-Tex material on the interior, and the ankles start to lose some of their support as the boot loosens up. I found that a thicker sock helps the boot to fit more snug from the toe up through the ankle, and with all of the ventilation built in all over these boots, I haven't had any issues with a heavier sock feeling too hot even on summer day hikes. And that kind of leads me into number 2 on my list of pros for these boots, and that's the excellent ventilation and breathability. So Vasque really boasts about the breathability of these boots on their website. When discussing the build of the upper, they mention that it was designed to maximize breathability. And then they talk about the ventilation ports that were added to the toe and heel of these boots for increased breathability. And even with the Gore-Tex membrane, they mention the highly breathable fabric. And they're really not lying. I mean, with some of the heavier duty leather boots that I've used in the past, I just kind of expected to give up breathability or ventilation for ankle support or something like that. But Vasque has done a really great job of building in ventilation in seemingly all the right places on these boots. And with how waterproof these things are, it's pretty incredible that they were able to design a boot that completely seals off moisture and liquid from the outside, but also effectively releases moist air and moisture quickly from the interior of the boot, keeping your feet and socks dry, which is going to be really important whether you're in a hot climate or a cold climate. So last and definitely not least on my list of pros for these boots is their excellent resistance to water. Now, I don't think that you can truly say that a leather boot is waterproof, but these could be really as close as it comes. Vasque has covered the entire interior of the boot with that Gore-Tex to allow for all weather protection, and I'll show you guys in just a minute just how well that holds up. Now you can see that Vasque has connected the tongue to the rest of the boot up through the ankle, so unless you're standing in water or snow that rises above the top of the boot, you really don't have to worry about moisture creeping in. Now that upper, that's a combination of nubuck leather and air mesh, it also dries really quickly, so you're not carrying around that extra water weight for too long after a failed water crossing or unexpected downpour or something like that. So I wanted to give you guys a really good look at just how waterproof these boots are, and to test that out, I stood in some ankle deep water for about 10 seconds. So let's take a look and you guys can see for yourself just how well these things perform in wet conditions. So I was a little bit nervous stepping into that water with it being a cooler day here in New Hampshire, but as you can see, my feet along with the interior of these boots are absolutely dry, and it shows just how well the build quality and material of these boots stand up to wet conditions. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and that it was also informative as well. But that concludes my review of the Vasque Breeze III GTX hiking boots. If you want a pair of these for yourself, you can get them for $179.99. I'll leave you an Amazon link in the description of this video. As always, it is an affiliate link, so if you buy the boots through there, it's going to help the channel. But you can also use that link to check out other user reviews and comments. Thank you guys so much for watching Pack and Peek. Subscribe if you want to keep up with other hiking related how-to and review videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy trails.